Fora TV. The world is thinking.
And about a year later, I had this inspiration to start the TV guide for the software industry. It was called LIST, the Leonsis Index to Software Technology. And I raised $1 million in venture capital, and I started a company. And boy, did we hit it. We shipped about 2 months after IBM shipped the very first IBM PC. And Time Magazine put the IBM PC on the cover of Time Magazine as the Person of the Year. And we were a phenomenon. Sold out our first 2 issues. We were very, very profitable. I was 26, I think now, at the time, and a big company acquired my company. They paid $60 million, and I made after tax, after everything, about $22 million. And my mom and dad had never made more than $25,000 a year, and I had all this college debt. We never owned a home. My father never bought a new car. He always bought used cars. And all of a sudden, I had this windfall. And I did all of the things a young man would do. I paid off my mom, and I bought my mom and dad a place to live in Florida. I bought them new cars, and I did things that, looking back now, I'm not that proud of. But I declared victory. And at 26 years old, I should have been unbelievably happy. But I felt like I had declared victory, like the game was over, but I was just starting, and I didn't feel happy. And as luck would have it, I got onto the wrong airplane. And as you'll read in the book, I had a reckoning. And everyone in this room will have their own reckoning. Reckonings come in small, medium, and large. Mine was probably medium. Plane I was on developed all sorts of mechanical issues. If you want humility, be on a plane that jettisons its fuel. And we had 35 minutes of kind of controlled terror. They moved people around. They took all of the luggage out and told us we were going to land, but we didn't have landing gear. And as we're coming down, all the emergency equipment is on the side. And it's nothing like, by the way, the movies. You know, in the movies when the plane's coming down, the fire engines are chasing they don't move. They stay in case you go into a fireball. And on the way down, I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. And all of the things that I was thinking and would miss were none of the things that this victory had created for me as a platform. And I'm kind of a natural-born salesperson, and I have faith. And so I started negotiating. It really wasn't praying. It was, you got to be kidding me. I don't want to die. Don't let me die. You know, I promise if I live, I'll give more than I take. Give me a mulligan. Give me a second shot at this. I promise, and one of my goals will be that I'll live the rest of my life without regret. And obviously made it through, and a couple of days later was the weekend, and I said, well, how am I going to live up to the deal? What does it mean now that I have this second shot? And I really struggled with it. I was trying to be as introspective as I could, and I really couldn't define what to do. And so I made this feeble attempt at trying to create a life plan. And so I made a list of 101 things to do before I die, with the goal of when I do pass away, that my list will get handed out to all of my friends and relatives that come to my funeral. And they'll see all of the things that we did together. And that was the basic concept. A reckoning, and from that reckoning, a positive act to create a list to try to live life without regret.